Thank you, everyone. Welcome to another podcast of Unfiltered Gupshup. Today we have our guest, Mr. Shashin Surkund. Before we go on with him, I want to thank the Supreme Power family and AV Photos. Thank you, AV Photos, being part of Unfiltered Gupshup. Let me introduce Mr. Shashin. He moved to NC in 2007 and works for a leading financial organization in our RTP area as a vice president and squad lead. Shashin has 30 plus years of experience in leading and enabling large, complex modernization initiatives in data analytics and cloud for his firm. As a member of his regional leadership team, Shashin is deeply involved in associate experience and career growth work streams. His purpose in life is to grow awareness around mental health and to do everything in his control, including positive and grateful culture. Shashin is also available as career and life coach and look forward to make new connections and help people in every possible way. Thank you and welcome to Unfiltered Gupshup's podcast. I'm glad you agreed for this podcast. Thank you.
So first of all, happy Thursday to everyone, and Aditi, thank you for the bottom of my heart for this opportunity where I can share my learnings with you and my audience, and this amazing platform Unfiltered Gupshup that you have created for people like us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And I have so many questions for you. I want to start with, can you share your journey with music and singing?
Yeah, definitely. So there are two answers to it. So one is one of the funny bones that inside me. My last name is Surkund, right? Mm-hmm. Surkund. So it's a prefix is Sur. Yeah. So that's where the music comes from. Mm-hmm. But the real answer is, Aditi, I was born with a speech disorder.
Okay.
And my entire childhood, I used to stutter. I still do, but it's mostly my stuttering has gone away. Mm-hmm. And my entire childhood, I was bullied, and that made me an introvert. So the only outlet and channel where I felt happy and I got joy was when I sang. Mm-hmm. And that's because when I sang, I did not stutter. Mm. So that's where my music journey as such started, because it made me happy. I still have amazing memories where we were invited to birthday parties. Mm-hmm. And there is this one song which was my favorite from Una Paloma Blanca. So that song I still sing to date. Mm-hmm. And then in the last 10 plus, 12 plus years at work, that channel that I used has exploded. Okay. It has become one of my gratitude channels that I use every day at work. Okay. Not only to share my accomplishments, but also to express my gratitude for my associates who have made a positive impact on my life.
Oh, yes.
Or the life of some associate.
Yes. Thank you for sharing about your speech disorder. How did you overcome and face the public speaking things?
Yeah, definitely. So last November, I was sharing this message that my story that I'm going to share today with my sister, who's a speech therapist by profession.
Okay.
She has played a very important role in my life.
Okay.
When I shared this message with her, at the end of it, she was in tears.
Oh.
I mean, she loved the message, mm-hmm. but she told me, Shashin, you did not even stutter once. Uh-huh. What happened?
Okay.
So I told her I did not take any therapy for that, but based on my experience and how I have changed as a person, mm-hmm. I can attribute all of that to one thing, which is a change in my mindset.
Okay.
It's basically living a positive mindset life and making this buddy out here my friend.
Yes. Living a positive mindset life. Can you share more how you found your time and purpose in your life?
Yeah, definitely. So being a squad lead and a product owner, right? And we all live in this digital world.
Yes.
Where we are sold as products.
Yes.
to all the marketing companies. So
Yes.
sometimes I use this concept of looking ourselves as product.
Yeah.
So Shashin 1.0, he had this fear of failure.
Oh, yeah.
He always thought about more what other people think, right? Others' opinions. So 12 years ago, what happened was I was put on a project which was not going well. The leadership thought that, hey, Shashin can do anything. He can fix anything. What resulted was, on that project also, there was some negative people that filled my mind with so much negativity that I lost all confidence in myself.
Oh.
One fine day, I realized that something was not right. I couldn't even answer simple questions. I was diagnosed with moderate clinical depression.
Oh, okay.
And I was out of work for 6 long months.
Oh, it impacted so much.
Yes. Can you think of anyone living inside of you 24/7 telling you that you are a failure?
That is very bad thing.
Yes. It was very difficult for me. The reason for my depression, Aditi, was not fear of failure. It was not extreme anxiety. It was not because of people that filled my mind with so much negativity. What I realized was the reason was I had not found a way, a mantra, to befriend my mind.
Yes.
And combat all of the above.
To channelize your depression, to go away from it and come back later.
Yeah. So basically, you can think your mind, right? We can consider that is as one of the strongest muscles in your body. It can be your best friend, or it can be your worst enemy.
Yes.
It had become my worst enemy.
At that point of time, yeah.
It took me 6 long months to get out of my depression, right? Thanks to my wife Shilpa, who basically showed me the power of positivity and gratitude. My sister Meenal, who I mentioned to you, she used to call me every day and talk to me for hours. Ask me and my mind those questions. What is wrong, so that I could rebuild my confidence.
Yes.
My good friend Sridhar Oraganti, who lives in Cary, he worked at Fidelity. He was my manager.
Okay.
He visited me at least once a week, and he introduced me to meditation via music.
Okay.
And what I'm talking about is Hanuman Chalisa.
Okay.
To date, that is what I listen to every day.
Yes.
And for me, the Anup Jalota rendition of Hanuman Chalisa just changed. It gives me so much peace.
Yes, I agree with that, because I also read Hanuman Chalisa.
And then the most important thing is, right, many of us that we don't do is realizing that you have a mental health problem and take proper medical help.
Yes, we do not accept that.
Yes, because I had reached a stage where I needed that medical intervention. So a combination of all of this got me out of depression.
Yes.
And that is when I realized that it was negativity in the form of data and people that got me into depression.
I agree. So what tips can you share with us that helped you to live positive mindset?
Yeah, so basically, right, so there is a wonderful quote which says that we all live 2 lives. The day you realize that it's one, your second life starts.
Yes.
That was the moment when my second life started. I had found a mantra, and I started my transformation journey first to inspire myself, to befriend my mind, and second, over time, to become an inspiration to others.
To others, yes, definitely.
And how did I achieve this, right? So being in technology, everybody talks about Chat-GPT.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you used Chat-GPT in the last 12 plus years?
Yes.
Okay. Have you used it in the last 12 seconds?
No.
After I tell my answer, you will be convinced that you have used it in your last 12 seconds.
Okay.
So Chat-GPT is basically it's a large language AI model that has been fed with gigabytes of data, number one. It has been tuned using billions of parameters,
Yes.
a result of which you start to live, a result of which a computer now has a human-like conversation with a person.
Yes,
right? It's
yes,
as simple as that.
yes.
Now my question to you, when you're not talking to anyone, who are you talking to?
To Chat-GPT. To yourself.
You're
Yeah.
having those conversations
Yes.
with yourself.
Yes,
Sometimes you might realize, did someone hear me? Because you talk out loud,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Those conversations better be positive. They better be in your interest. So in my world, GPT stands for gratitude and positive thoughts.
Yes.
And we all have a chat GPT inside of us.
Yes. I
And
agree
it's
with that.
our job to harness its true power and to
Yes.
befriend it.
Definitely.
So that's the 3-step journey I started. The first one was about just embracing positivity. How do I fill my mind with so much positivity? That's where the data part comes. So that there is no space for any negative thoughts. It was as simple as that, right? It takes time. It's hard work. How did I achieve this? Most of us are addicted with our cell phones.
Yes.
Insta, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yes.
Me too, right? So what I did was I started following many inspirational humans and leaders on all my social channels. I subscribed to multiple positive thought groups. Well, thanks to the power of AI and personalization, all these social channels thought that's what I like. And they started, all my news feeds are filled with tons of positive thoughts.
Yes.
So even if I get that warning, you have reached your screen time,
Yeah.
a lot of the time I'm using just to read these amazing
Motivational
positive
quotes.
motivational thoughts. My mind is getting trained.
Yes.
So that was step number 1,
Okay.
right? Then the next step was, we all have been told all our life by our parents, by elders, start your day with a healthy breakfast,
Yes.
right? Our body needs to break that fast. It needs those nutrients.
Yeah.
What about our mind?
Yeah.
So 12 years ago at work, I started sending a simple email with just 4 positive thoughts. I had a source, all my social channels. I just picked 4 thoughts from there. I just paid it forward to me and my team.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2025, that email that I sent, it has been rebranded as Daily Dose of Positivity.
Nice.
Okay, and it reaches the inbox of 30,000 plus associates across my organization.
Yes. Yes.
Many of them have started forwarding it to their family and friends.
Yes. That's good.
If I don't send that email by 9 a.m. in the morning, I get a ping from my wife. Dude, where is my daily dose of positivity? So
nice.
it not only is send it to people within my org, I also send it to people, my friends, my family,
Yes.
people that have left my org. They have given me their personal email addresses.
Yes.
So that was the first step, embracing positivity.
Yes.
The second step was, it's all about the people that you associate with on a daily basis. Yes, I'm talking about our inner circle. Very important. We need to train this buddy out here every day. When I mean train, I'm talking about those social interactions that you have. So I tell everyone, be very intentional in who you associate with on a daily basis. Because those people in your life are your influencers, your mentors,
Yes.
your advisors. They will give you transparent feedback. They will help you to become the best version of yourself.
That's why it's always said, choose your friends wisely.
Yes.
The surroundings you are in, they influence a lot. They
Very
impact you.
Very true. And then the third leg of the stool, right, of my 3-step toolkit was, which we all
Often
do.
overlook.
It's all about embracing gratitude.
Yes.
It's all about being grateful for just being alive.
Yes, I do agree with that.
So there is lot of, if you just Google, you will find lot of reports about and research behind practicing gratitude. It rewires your brain, right? So there are these 4 happy hormones. It basically releases 2 of them. So it's all about embracing gratitude. So that changed my life as a person. And the last 12 plus years, I've not only I've inspired myself to become this person that you are seeing today, but over time I've also inspired others within my organization.
That's so nice that you are trying to inspire people around you. So nice.
Thank you.
So moving on to next question, how was your personal and professional life changed by all these activities you did?
Well, what you see today is Shashin 3.0.
Oh,
We're talking about a product, right?
Yeah.
So my transformation journey I call was 2.0. When I actually changed myself, I befriended my mind, right? You say, how has it changed? The first and most important thing I tell everyone is, it has made me a better human being, a better son, a better husband, a better father. So my personal life has changed.
That's so nice.
There's still a long way to go. That is why you still need to train this buddy out here every day.
Yes.
We are humans. We make mistakes. There are days where your mind also is not enough. You need the people, your inner circle, to help you out. Right? So the first step is made me a better person. The second step is which you mentioned, and which even we started, right? When we started this podcast, I'm sitting here today. I'm proud of myself because public speaking was a dream to me.
Yes.
So living a positive mindset life has really helped me to get out there and be selfish, because I know I want to share this message, share my learnings with whoever I can, so that hopefully it will impact them. So that is step number 2. Step number 3 is at work, right? So basically, as you explained my role, we just completed a very large initiative which ran for 2+ years, 200 people, associates, such a large team.
Okay.
Right? So even our CEO recognized this, because it was one of our actual applications that someone really migrated, and the legacy one was decommissioned.
Okay.
I truly believe that this wouldn't have happened if we all did not work as one team with a positive mindset.
Yes.
Everybody gets my daily dose of positivity.
That's so nice.
And then your best friend out here comes up with amazing ideas.
Yes.
I have used channels like music,
Yes.
like mango ice cream. I've used different channels at work to basically create a wonderful, as you had explained, basically inculcate a grateful and happy, positive work culture.
Yes, yes.
So that has changed.
Connecting the dots, like
Yes.
all the associates working under you or with you, just making them happy.
Yes.
Yeah, that is very important. If the person is not happy, you do not get the product out.
Yes, very true. And especially now post-COVID, and we have changed, right? So there is a reason. Basically, if you go to mental health of America, 1 in 5 American adults experience some form of mental illness.
Okay.
It's that serious.
Yes.
And more than half go untreated.
Yes.
And at least 5% have at least one suicidal thought. So it's that serious.
So what do you mean by harnessing your inner Chat-GPT? What do you mean by that? And explain in a simple way so that everybody understands.
Yeah, definitely, right? So as I think in the beginning I mentioned a little bit about it. Our mind, right? So there is our conscious mind and our subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Our subconscious mind does not know the difference between a negative thought and a positive thought. Whatever you feed it, it will take that and it will basically give, based on that, it will give you an output. At the same time, our mind is so powerful. I am literally amazed the more I read about this, how amazing our mind, our subconscious mind is. When we talk about our brain and billions of these neurotransmitters.
Yes.
When you're talking to your mind knows everything about you.
Yes.
I don't, just your mind knows.
Yes.
Right? And when you're talking to it, and when you ask your mind questions, it better guide you and give you the right answers.
Yes.
So that's what, when you look to a Chat-GPT, right, you're asking for help. A week ago, I actually asked the same question to Chat-GPT, that I am feeling depressed, a true Chat-GPT, and it gave me a wonderful answer. I wish 12 years ago we had Chat-GPT. But now you do.
Yes.
I'm talking about this buddy out here, right? So I just try to explain my audience to look at your mind in a different way. Because everybody's talking about Chat-GPT. So look at your mind as your inner personal Chat-GPT. Look at it as a product. The best thing about it, you don't have to install it from the cloud.
Yeah.
It comes pre-installed in all of us.
Yes.
All you need to do is harness its true power.
Yes.
Awaken it. Kindle it in the right way. Feed it with positivity so that when you ask questions, when you are in those difficult moments, right? Because when I talk about positivity, my nephew asked me this wonderful question. He said, what about toxic positivity, where we just ignore our negatives? So I told him, wonderful question, my friend. When I say about embracing positivity, I don't mean that we ignore our negatives. All I'm saying is, whatever life throws at you, you will be okay. You now have the strength to face those negatives in life, and that strength will automatically come to you because your mind has been trained. It will use those amazing positive thoughts, those positive data that you have fed it to come up with wonderful answers to you.
Yes.
To basically address and overcome those negative situations.
And the best part now, people are getting aware of how to deal with their mental problems, mental issues also.
Yes.
Now they are taking care of their mental illness.
Correct, right? And then plus at the same time, I've had situations where I needed help from the people in my inner circle.
Yes.
So that's the second part which I basically explained. Right? And then expressing gratitude.
Yes.
You won't believe, it's just right. So at work we have this wonderful opportunity where we have a recognition central. Right? So I have put reminder in my calendar at 4 p.m. every day. Spend those 5 minutes to just give one shout out. There are days when I just write that shout out, I myself get goosebumps. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the power of embracing gratitude.
Yes.
So a combination of these three, I guarantee you, you will see a change in you. You have harnessed the true power of your inner Chat-GPT. That's right. So fortunately for me, GPT, it just worked out perfectly. Gratitude and positive thoughts.
Positive thoughts. So yes, positive thoughts is very important. Otherwise, they will collapse.
Yes. So that is what I say when harnessing your inner Chat-GPT. All I'm talking about is a different way to look at your mind.
Yes.
Your amazing, powerful mind. My sister calls it positive Shashin, posh.
Nice, very nice. So as you mentioned about gratitude channels, so what interesting things you want to share in your professional life also about?
So talking about music, right? Yeah. So let me share one thing. So every Christmas Eve before we head out for holidays, one thing I do is I head down to our cafe, right? We have about 30 to 50 associates working in our cafeteria.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, they serve us delicious food.
Yes.
So every year, this has become a North Carolina tradition. So I head down to my cafe, and one more gratitude channel I've used is food. So I make my homemade mango ice cream.
Yes.
It's just simple, right? 4 ingredients. It's recipes, open source. Many of us know it out there.
Yeah.
I make that ice cream. I serve it to them, and then every year I come up with a song where I express my gratitude to them. So I will sing one song.
Sure.
Today. It's from one of my favorite movies, A Sound of Music. The song is "These are a few of my favorite things."
Yeah.
So if some of your audience, if they work in my organization and they eat at this cafeteria, they'll know what I'm saying.
Yes,
okay?
Definitely.
And this is how the song goes. Strawberry parfait and blueberry muffins,
Yes.
Custom egg omelets with grilled veggie stuffings. Hazelnut coffee with honey and cream. These are a few of my favorite things. Buffalo spice tofu encased in a pita roll on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Veggie pea dumplings that satisfies my soul. Barbecue glazed salmon with sweet potato fries. These are a few of my favorite things. When I'm stressed out, when I'm hungry, when I'm feeling sad, I simply head down to my Creekside Cafe and then I don't feel so sad. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice. It was very wonderful.
Thank you so
Hey.
much. So, food,
Yes.
music,
Yes.
I love to write blogs. So if you Google for Agile and Taj Mahal, you'll find my blog on LinkedIn.
Great.
So basically
I will see.
where I've used the Lego Taj Mahal at home,
Okay.
and we actually built, my daughter, me, my wife, my dog, we all played a role to build this Lego Taj Mahal in 4 days.
Okay.
And I wrote a blog about it because those days my organization was going through an agile transformation.
Okay.
And in that blog, you'll also find another song.
Okay. I will go through it.
So at least once a month, I write a blog in our internal social channel
Okay.
or so. And that blog it could be about anything.
Anything.
Expressing
yes.
gratitude about my life, something I learned. So that's how one more channel I express at work.
That's
So these are the 3 channels, and even painting. So I use oil pastels. So one weekend during COVID, my wife and my daughter, they started this activity. I joined them. They moved on.
That's the best medium I work with too.
Yes, and I got stuck to it. So and that gives me so much joy, and I use it to basically de-stress myself. And now I've started giving my paintings as a gratitude, as a token of appreciation to my associates at work.
Yes.
At work also. And the best part is, Aditi, many of the audience may not be aware. My email, right? It's called Daily Dose of Positivity.
Okay.
Dose is an acronym for 4 happy hormones:
Okay.
dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. And then over time, I have realized all these channels that I explained to you, they release 1 or 2 of these happy hormones or neurotransmitters.
Yes.
So that's how it keeps on retraining and tuning my body out here.
Yes.
Keeps me happy. It keeps me positive.
Yes. So what are your thoughts about the relationship between mental health and physical health? Is there any connection?
So definitely, I feel there is, right? So I feel it's a chicken and egg. First, it starts with your mind. It's a mindset change. You need to be convinced that why physical health is also very important.
Yes.
It needs to click, right? And definitely physical health, when I talk about physical health, right? So one more reason I love going to work in my organization, I am very grateful. We have 2 ping pong tables and I love playing ping pong.
Okay.
So I end my day with 30 minutes to an hour of ping pong.
Yes.
Even that small exercise, a 30 minutes of walk, we might have heard about the runner's high,
Yeah.
right? So just simple these exercise routines, they release endorphins,
Yes.
they release dopamine. So there is a direct connection between physical health
Yes.
and your mental health.
As we are in the end of this podcast, so what will you suggest for the younger generation to take away with this podcast?
So all I will tell them is our life, right, is our message to the world. Do everything possible in your control to make it inspiring. And while you're out there, don't forget to wear your smiles and say your thank yous. So thank you everyone, and have a wonderful rest of the day. And thank you, Aditi, for this great opportunity.
Thank you very much for joining for this podcast, agreeing to coming to this podcast. I'm very thankful to my audience, those who are watching Unfiltered Gupshups. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.